let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you represent. Smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes, family. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Make sure you select all notifications, because if you don't, you may not get any notification. I am going to check the super chat first and then come back to the regular chat. If you want to skip the line, family, jump into the super chat. Want to make sure your comments go notice, jump into the super chat. I'm gonna go in on this story and then I'll come right back to the chat. This is a very interesting story, family, but not surprising. The New York State Attorney General, Letitia James, announced that she is establishing a special hotline to report any hate crimes or bias-related incidents during this coronavirus crisis. With rising reports of harassment and assaults, as well as rhetoric against Asian Americans amidst coronavirus, I'm launching a hotline for New Yorkers to report hate crimes and bias-based incidents. This pandemic does not give anyone any excuse to be racist, xenophobic, or biased. The Attorney General encourages all victims of any discriminatory actions to contact her office at I don't give a damn. Wish I would get that number out. Let me tell you something, family. So check out how she tries to frame it. With rising reports of harassment and assaults, with rising reports of harassments and assaults, as well as rhetoric against Asian Americans. See, it's really about Asian, it ain't got nothing to do with rising reports of harassment and assaults. It's all about the Asians, the attacks against Asian Americans. Because Black people been getting assaulted for over 400 years. And everything else, not just assaulted, murdered, raped, having their ideas stolen, having their families broken up, sold, babies crushed, kicked, stomped to death, fed to alligators, men, women, put on death row for crimes they did not commit, murdered. Where is the damn hotline? This is sickening. It's not sickening that there's some type of system out there, whatever, to protect people. That's not what's sickening. The bias is what's sickening. It's ironic that the New York State Attorney General, Letitia, mentioned bias when she herself was being biased in creating this whole hotline in the first place. It is absolutely astonishing how you have Black people who will go out and wave the flag for everybody but their own, everybody but themselves. You have Black people that are in these positions of power. We got a Supreme Court justice who is a Black man who has voted against every single piece of legislation that have come across his desk that could possibly benefit Black people. He's voted against every single piece of legislation. It don't matter if it's got anything to do with helping a Black person. He's told he on automatic voting against. So this ain't even perceived power, because everybody know what time it is with that dude. He was put in there to maintain the status quo and to keep the agenda alive. And the agenda is to make sure that Black people remain a permanent underclass. That is the agenda. Now, what you gonna do about it? I'm doing my part. I'm putting in work right now, not just on this YouTube thing. I'm putting in some real work. So it's gonna take a whole lot of action, not just getting on YouTube and dropping comments or videos. It's gonna take a whole lot of action because they're at work, man. And one of the greatest tools of white supremacy is a Black person, because that Black person is oftentimes, they're gonna get a pass. People gonna look at that person and say, well, you know, it can't be racist. Look, he's got a Black person. Well, look, even the Black person is saying it. Can I give you an example? Charles Barkley, Candace Owens, Stephen A. The list goes on and on and on. It's at this point, the names that I could call right now could easily topple 100, easy. Oh man, let me get over here to the chat and see what y'all saying. Who is that? Malcolm? Malcolm in the middle, 87 says, I agree. What's up, Malcolm? Appreciate you. Yeah, Steve Harvey, absolutely. Absolutely. What I don't understand is why Black people don't ride on these people. Like, why give them a pass? Like, when you catch them out of pocket, why not ride on them? Here we go, forgiving and hugging. We don't hug our enemies. We hug our brother's killer. And even if you make one of us a judge, even if one of us happen to become a judge, we come off the bench and give condemned killers hugs, give convicted killers hugs, as long as they don't look like us. Woo, boy, they got us good, y'all. They got us good. And that Stockholm syndrome is at work. Man, they got us good. I don't even see with the evidence before you. I don't even see how, I know God made us all, we all created differently. We created equal, but we all got our own minds. But damn how some of our minds operate. Some of us don't even need to have a brain because it's useless. And if it is being used, it's being used against us. Woo, man. I'm thinking about moving back overseas for a minute, man. At least when I was overseas, I wasn't bombarded with this stuff every day, all day, every day. You can't escape it, man. It's everywhere. Boy, these step and fetch it, tap dances, man, they everywhere. And they got little children. Sooner or later, you know, I'm gonna have to start riding on their children too. Man. Charmin Diva says, no, don't do that. I don't know, Charmin, man. It's like, it's bad out here. Like, and it's getting worse. Yeah, Sequest, Sequest. Is that's not Sequest, Sequest, that's Sequest. Says, look at the Black woman judge in the Meek Mills case. Yeah. You would think the brother could get a break, because every other race, when they get in position, they're getting in position to give their people a break. Their people are getting a break. If nothing else, to be fair, at least be fair, right? Because to be honest, I think if Black people were just treated fairly, there wouldn't even be any complaints. It's just about being treated fair. We don't need no extra. We don't need no extra, because we got that fortitude, man. We got a resilience about us that's ridiculous. All we need is just a fair playing field, and it's a wrap. We take off. We're gonna make it shake. So just being fair is enough. But everybody else, when they get in power positions, at least they're fair to their own. They're fair. You got Black people who get in these positions, man, and they go hard on Blacks and they go on anybody. That judge, it was a judge in, I believe, Detroit. This white cop had beat up this old Black dude, and she was just going on for like 10, 15 minutes talking to the cop, all stern, like she finna really stick it to him. And she gave this fool something like a couple of years or 18 months or something like that. When he violated this old man's civil rights, I mean, beat the man up and all kind of stuff. He should have been in jail for 20 years or so. She gave him like 18, something ridiculous, man. All that talking. Let me see if I can find that chick name. Let me see, Judge Sambo. Nah, probably won't. It's too many of them gonna pop up. Let me see, Judge. Let's see. I think she's in Detroit. Let me just put in Detroit. Watch judge go in on convicted racist cop. This might be it right here. Let's see. Come on, come on. I'm waiting on it to open up, waiting on the, let's see. Circuit Judge Vonda Evans left no doubt how she felt. I think this is it. Let me push her name in here right quick. I want y'all to see this chick, man. She's totally useless. Totally useless. Oh yeah, this is her right here. Take a look at this. Take a look at this, family. Hold on, let me find the guy first. Let me find the guy. Officer William Melendez. He's a Hispanic guy. William Melendez. Check her out. So this guy right here, this criminal, let me show you the criminal first. Show you the criminal. Let's see. Here he is, family. That's the criminal. This is the criminal. This is the road cop right here. This is the one that beat the hell out of this black guy. I mean, just mercilessly, they just beat him down. I think, let me see, where is he? Let me try to find the guy he beat up. This is him right here. This is the guy. This is the guy. Here's the story. Check it out. The mayor of Michigan City that is raising taxes to pay a $1.4 million settlement in a police misconduct case admits the plan places an unfair burden on residents. Inkster, Michigan property owners will see the one-time tax increase on their July bill, the city said this week. For the owner of a home worth $55,000, it will amount to about an extra $180, according to Detroit Free Press. The funds collected from the summer millage are expected to fully cover the settlement in the civil suit brought by Floyd Dent, a Detroit auto worker who was hospitalized for 3 days in January because of injuries he sustained during an Inkster traffic stop. Here we go. It says, when officers pulled Dent over, they pointed a gun at him, forced him to the ground, kicked him, and used a taser on him, as shown in the dash cam video. Former officer William Melendez, who is seen in the video repeatedly punching Dent in the head, choked him until he couldn't breathe. The mayor stopped short of criticizing the police department. Oh, really? Wow, that's shocking. The mayor stopped short of criticizing the police department. Absolutely amazing. Let's see if I can find anything else on him. Okay, so in a nutshell, that's what happened. But here's the judge. Where is she? Let's go back to the judge. This is the judge that slapped him on the wrist. I mean, she acted like she was finna give us some major time. Where is it? This dude was so racist. He had a history of being racist incidents, and let's see, William. Melendez. So here he is. So let's look at what he got. Former Inkster police officer William Melendez filed an appeal in another attempt to walk away from a sentence of 13 months to 10 years for the violent beating of a driver during a traffic stop, and the appeals court has denied it. So he got 13 months, 13 months to 10 years. Being a police officer, you know he's gonna do the minimum. So he appealed, and even a slap on the wrist, he appealed that sentence. He couldn't do a year for a crime that he know that he committed. He couldn't fess up and be a man up and say, you know what, I was wrong. Let me go ahead and do this time and show the public, you know, what it's like to be responsible for your actions, to take responsibility for your wrongdoings. So 12 months after his conviction, Melendez asked for release at a parole hearing because he alleges he suffers from PTSD. Now Melendez has filed an appeal alleging a Fifth Amendment violation in regards to when he was interviewed, and the court abused his discretion by admitting evidence of a history of using racial slurs. The appeal also alleged improper voir dire prosecutorial error and exclusion of impeachment evidence. Let's get to the sentence. Melendez and his partner began following Dent's Cadillac when he failed to stop at a stop sign, so they say. and wouldn't pull over when the patrol car turned its lights on, so they say. When the overhead lights came on, I looked and said, wow, are they stopping me? So I just kept going until I realized that they were really stopping me. Dent was driving on a suspended license, and police said they found a bag of crack cocaine under the seat. After the incident, Dent was charged with assaulting a police officer, resisting arrest, and possession. So that's what they do. They whoop your ass and then charge you with assault. Dent passed a lie detector test, and his fingerprints weren't found on the baggie of white powder that was found in the car. The charges against him were eventually dropped. He settled with the city for $1.4 million. Melendez went on trial when your posse arrived. They joined you, da-da-da. This is what she said. This is some of what she said. When your posse arrived, they joined you in a takedown, kicking and tasing, and ultimately throwing Mr. Dent into a windshield of a police car. She added that Dent was dead wrong for driving without a license and not following the rules, but she said Melendez didn't do his job and played the game. You will pay for two things. Check it out, y'all. You will pay for two things. That's how she was talking. Not being an example of greatness, which I know that you are from all the letters of support. Listen to this mammy talk, dog. They already said that he had a history of racial slurs. She said, you will pay for two things, not being an example of greatness, which I know you are from all the letters of support, awards, and commendation that you have shared with this court. Okay, we already know police get awards for killing folks and being violent and breaking the rules. We know a lot of time they get promotions for stuff like that, playing the game. A letter of support ain't nothing. Anybody can get letters of support saying that they were great people. Shit, Charles Manson got letters of support. And then she said, and the second thing that he's going to pay for, she's saying, is and resulting to cowardly acts of barbaric behavior that led you to be convicted of these crimes. I can only punish your conduct, but only you and God can change your character. She sentenced him to 13 months to 10 years on an assault with the intent to do great bodily harm charge, and 90 days on a misconduct in office charge, a misconduct in office charge. He will be given 85 days credit for time served. But that's it. She slapped him on the wrist. She slapped him on the wrist, and she's talking all hard, doing all of that, but talking loud, saying nothing. Let's get back to the comments. I really spent too much time on this nothing of a judge. So let's get back to the comments. If y'all want to check it out though, y'all can go and y'all can find her. Just type in "judge goes in on convicted racist cop." It's corny, dog. It ain't nothing. In fact, this the Channel 2 version. This Fox 2 version. Don't go here. Look it up on YouTube. And this happened in Detroit. So just look up Judge Vonda Evans, V-O-N-D-A, Vonda Evans, Michigan, and just type that in and you should be able to find it. The guy's name is William Melendez. All right, so let's go back. Let's go into the chat. John Farrow, what's up, Kinfolk? Running late from work? Well, I'm not surprised on who leading the charge on this. Absolutely. Metho Nelson, how about the black DA in Brooklyn who recommended no prison time for the Asian cop who killed an unarmed black man in his apartment building? I hadn't heard about that, but I'll check it out. Again, not surprised. Some of them get in these positions. Some of them get in these positions to make sure that they're gatekeepers, basically. And their job is to make sure that The needle don't move in Black progress. The needle don't move. That's their job. What's up? I saw Serena just now. Let me see what Serena's saying. Please tell me she isn't a judge still. Yeah, she's still a judge. Or she might go the distance. They can't compete with us. That's why we'll never have a level playing field. Well, what you do is you do you regardless. You already know what time it is. Like, I ain't gonna never just lay down and just stop grinding and stop fighting and getting what's mine. Like, I refuse to be denied. I just don't believe it's a man made a woman who can stop me from getting what I want. I don't believe that. They can't stop me, period. They be over here plotting against me over here. I'm already over there. Poof, poof. Next thing you know, I'm behind them. They walking behind me, trying to track me down. Next thing I'm behind them, walking them down. I'm investigating them. They're trying to investigate me, I'm investigating them. They're trying to undermine me, I'm undermine them. And still be moving forward. Some people get so caught up in fighting that they can't produce. I am very good at fighting and producing simultaneously. Very good. When you're Black in America, you got to learn that. It's an art. Serious. Some of y'all out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. Fighting and producing at the same time. Because that's what they do, you know, the goal is to try to get you off your game. Just like when trolls come in here. I remember when I first got on YouTube, boy, the trolls were coming like, boy, they was coming from every angle. And man, I was just gunning them down. Every time they came in, just gunning them down from every angle. Then their asses realize, okay, well, he ain't gonna go. He ain't scared. Oh, he ain't buying the threats. Oh, damn, I threatened such, and she started crying. I threatened such, and he called the police. I threatened him, and damn, I ain't gonna threaten nobody else. Damn, messed around, stuck my hand in some boo-boo. So you gotta do, man, you gotta handle bullies, man. You don't let nobody just roll on you. You don't let nobody treat you bad and handle you any kind of way. Fighting, man, is the only thing bullies understand. You can't just deal with a bully and just be like, think the bully gonna do the right thing, just bow your head and just think that if I don't fight back, the bully will go away. If I don't fight back, the bully will leave me alone. If I don't fight back, the bully will stop bullying me. That ain't how bullies operate. Bullies like soft targets. So they're going to bully you as long as it's beneficial to them. As long as you bow down, they're going to continue to bully you. When you stand up for yours, that's when the bully disappears. You got to put it on a bully ass. You cannot negotiate with bullies. Don't try to negotiate with a bully. Don't ever try to negotiate with a bully. You must put something on their ass. That is the only way, that's the only language that bullies understand. When they see it's written, now that doesn't mean that they're gonna stop bullying. They're not gonna stop bullying. They'll just go find somebody else to bully. But you won't have to worry about them again. Oh, he said stop screen sharing. Oh, damn. Thanks, man. Damn, I thought I had stopped the screen. John Kennedy, appreciate that, man. Damn. I'm sharing the screen all that time. That's crazy. Damn, why nobody else said anything? Appreciate you, John. Damn. I'm tripping. Man, I'm glad I saw your comment, because this chat is moving real fast. So I'm glad I saw it. Solo Dolo, what up? Nazar Jones said, why there's no hotline for Black people who experience the same? Because they don't care about Black people who experience the same. Not even the Black gatekeepers. That's why you look at some of these Black gatekeepers in Hollywood, you cannot be fooled by their skin color. Don't go by their skin color. And don't go by what they say. Go by their actions. Judge them based on their actions, not their words. Their actions will tell you everything you need to know about them. Just like this Attorney General in New York. I'm judging her by her actions. I don't care what she's saying. I'm judging her by her actions. Say we got a bunch of trolls out here, huh? Where my moderators? I don't see any of my moderators. Miss Meechan in the building. LaShawn, I don't see LaShawn. Solo Dolo, salute. Salute. Stephanie Dew says, former DA Kenneth Thompson is the one who released police officer Peter Lane from prison. Kenneth Thompson died a couple of years later. Donna Rivers said these gatekeepers are everywhere. They're on my job. You can't shake them, bro. What you do is you put yourself in a position where you don't need them. That's how you deal with it. That's why we have to build. We have to build. We cannot continue to just be workers. We have to build. We have to build something, own something, where you have control of your own destiny. Own something. Like, you gotta put yourself in the position where you don't need them. Like, own something. Take yourself out of the position where you need any person, any other man or woman that you just have to need. You got to put yourself in a, even if you're not in that position right now, you can still work. Take a leap, take the chance. I know you probably, everybody out there got something they can do, where they can be their own boss. Like, go ahead and just take the leap, man. I mean, like, it can't be no worse than what's already happening. Like, take the leap. Just do it. Just walk out on faith and just start moving. Just take that first step and just do it. Just like, man, I'm just gonna do it. I don't give a damn what happens. I'm just gonna do it. I just cannot continue to live like this. That's what I would do, and that's what I've done. Take the leap. Even as an artist in the Ghetto Boys, there have been times where we have fallen out because we just have different opinions and we got different egos, and everybody want to do stuff different ways and all this. So it get in the way of the money a whole lot. So once I realized that the group we had this tumultuous group, and there was no it was hard to know what was what and what the next day was going to bring. I just put myself in a position where I didn't need the group financially. So I still do stuff with the group, but I don't need the group to eat. I still go out and get money with the group. We still do different stuff. In fact, we was getting ready to go on tour right before this coronavirus thing hit. Me and Scarface was about to hit that road. But I mean, we'll reset and pick up those dates again, but I don't need it. Like, and I ain't missing no food. Like, I ain't missing no fine dining, no fine clothes. The kids ain't missing no type of tuition payments. I'm not missing nothing that I want. I'm not missing anything. Like, so you got to put yourself in that type of position to whereas, you just don't need to count on another human being for your standard of living. You got to put yourself in that kind of position. That's what I would do. And I know some people that's in their 40s who just figured that out, and they're taking a chance. They finally said, I'm gonna take a chance. I know some people that's early 50s who's taking a chance for the first time on entrepreneurship because they finally get it. They finally see, man, you can't rely on these people out here. You're gonna have to go get it. They finally see what they're up against. So you got to do it not just for yourself, but you got to do it for your babies. And when I say babies, I ain't just talking about, children who are underage. I'm talking about your children, period. Shit, create something so they can step into, so they don't have to go out there and take that stuff off people also. Tyree Barnes, put into positions so when injustices happen, they can say, see, it was a black judge, so it couldn't be about race. Yeah, they do that a lot. Yeah, they get, it's just like having the black overseers back in slavery. They use the black overseer to do the dirty work. Now you can just say, oh, you see, yeah, your own kind did you like that. Ballet dancer, New Jersey. Good evening, Uncle Willie D and the family. All right. Good evening, ballet dancer. That ballet, that's some hard work right there. That's some hard work. Major sacrifices to your body. All right, fam, I'm gonna give a few more shout outs and I'm gonna wrap it up. Give a few more shout outs and wrap it up. Go back here, check my super chat. Shout out to Malcolm. Malcolm in the middle. Metho Nelson. Got John Farrow. Metho Nelson back to back. Serena Santiago in the building. Solo Dolo. Metho Nelson. Metho Nelson got busy in the chat today. So that's it, family. Like, you know, I just had to put this tap dance on blast. You know, the nerve of her to come up with a hotline for agents to report discrimination when we've been dealing with this for over 400 years, and it ain't never prompted her to come up with a hotline. The minute the agents start getting attacked, and it ain't even nowhere on the scale that man, whatever going on with agents right now in this country, man, it's still somewhere up in here. If this was black people or man, let's just put it like this. You got the seat. You got a whole seat. And whatever agents are experiencing right now in America, this is the seat. Black people represent everything else, and agents represent a grain of salt. Think about that. I'm not with it. You got to do better. Ooh, man, my head hurt. I can't do it no more, family. No more talk.